Hi. So I'm at the park, and some important thoughts that have crossed my mind while I'm here is, first of all, as usual, how amazing nature is. Let me do just a quick scan for you here so you can also see some of the beauty around me here. And it got me thinking about how healing nature is and how I think we need to go back to trusting in God as far as doing a lot of healing with nature, whether it's spending the time in nature and listening to your thoughts and reflections and grabbing onto the things that resonate with you most at that time and working through them, or when it comes to medicine, relying more on nature to do the healing for us. Um, Many years ago, I worked in a hospital and thought I was going to be a nurse one day. And I actually spent 2 years in the program and worked in a hospital for, I think it was about 5 years. And it was just so hard for me to see how how sick people could get, and it devastated my heart, basically. I had a very hard time dealing with people who um, had such serious illnesses. I dealt with a lot of people who had cancer. I also worked on a medical surgical floor, and I rotated to pediatrics. And with the children in particular, it was extremely difficult for me to face some of the harsh circumstances that they were in. Oftentimes it was illness, but sometimes it was even abuse that brought them there. And that was, as I said, very hard for me to witness. Excuse me a second. Anyways, I think part of what God is telling us today is that we need to stop relying so much on modern medicine and especially the medications, that there are too many things that cause too many side effects that then result in additional medications being taken, which alter the body and what it was meant to be able to do for itself. I'm not saying that all medication is bad, but I am saying to use discernment. Don't get stuck in the system just because this is what we've known and this is what we have been told is right. I think that we're due for a huge change. I think we're due for healing and modalities to flip that are going to be more in alignment with God, whether it's through Reiki, whether it's through healing by touch, whether it is healing with natural herbs and medicines. I think that's what's intended for us. There's just an abundance around us that don't require stabilizers and all kinds of additional chemicals to be put in them, and other things that they try to hide, like the thimerosal and mercury that's still being put into many shots in order to stabilize them, because the factories that they use for those medications don't have the air filtration and stabilization that is necessary in order to keep that product from being tainted in some way. So instead, the protocol has been to put in poison in order to stabilize the vaccines and other things that they have given. And again, I'm not saying every single one is bad, but I am saying that the majority is, and that the pharmaceutical industry has been created to maintain our health, not to improve our health, not to allow us to truly heal inside and out. Wow, there are just a million things going through my mind right now. It also, based on information I've read from different doctors online, surprised me as far as, there has been, I don't want to call it talk, because it is research-based, it is truth. Information put out there as far as parasites being the cause for some of the cancers and other illnesses that we have. And when I heard that, it struck me, because I thought, well, gosh, we give our pets dewormers and other things for parasites, but we don't take it ourselves. That's interesting. Anyways, I hope some of these reflections that I've mentioned give you some food for thought, and maybe it'll make you go down the rabbit hole, is like I have as well, in order to gather more information and to find out what the truth is. Barbara O'Neill is a wonderful woman who I highly recommend that you follow up with. She's all about natural medicine, and it seems like so much has been hidden, but as we continue to pray and ask God to intervene and ask for his assistance in creating a better world, that I think you'll benefit from doing your research and looking for the truth that's out there. So with that, I'm going to bid you a good day, and I will talk to you soon. In the meantime, take care, because we got this.